They're always like,
Here's the story. Johnny the Mad Dragon, that had my mother off by his side. They were four fans, certainly obnoxious, but full of dragon's pride.
It's the story of the great Jesse Godfrey, with Big D Coco and Mr. Rob. The Jesse's crew, so fierce and passionate, and the red V shine true. Till the one day when Johnny met young Jesse, and they knew
It was much more than a hunt. That this group would form a fiery podcast. That's how we cut the Mad Dragons up. Mad Dragons up. Mad Dragons up. That's the way we became the Mad Dragons. Come on, Dragons fans! Fire up!
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Mad Dragons Vodcast, Team List Tuesday, round 22, and in the NRLW, it's round 5 for the first time. It'll be Magic Round, and for the Dragons, they will be celebrating the members round. So this weekend, as we host the ladder-leading Canberra Raiders at WIN Stadium, and to celebrate it, some of the players actually made calls to some of the members during the week. So let's have a look at what happened there.
Let's call some members.
Hello, Matty. Hey, mate, it's Homicella from the Dragons here.
Hello, it's Dylan Egan from the Dragons. How are you?
Hi, how you doing?
Good, thanks.
I just wanted to call you and thank you for your support. We've seen you been a member for 15 years, and we've seen you attended all the home games at Cogra, and we deeply appreciate your support and just wanted to give you a call.
I tell you, we'll be riding you guys home hopefully on Saturday night. So
Appreciate it. Thanks for the support, mate. Might see you down there. Rough start, good finish.
okay.
Okay. I was like,
That's nice of our players to do that as appreciation for our members this weekend, Rob.
oh, 100%, mate. Had that experience with Zach Lomax a few years ago, and they probably don't, obviously, there's so many more calls they do, and I thought it was on my mates pranking me until I started talking to him, and we're discussing stuff, and, then I realised, hey, this is bloody Zach. It really is. So I know Zach's left and he's gone to Parra, but in saying that, it does make your day a bit to get a call from the players. So it's pretty awesome, mate, and, it's a good thing that we do, and hopefully all the clubs do it. It's pretty easy. It costs nothing really to do it, so bring it on.
All right. We're going to do things a little bit differently tonight. We got it behind enemy lines, but this is an NRLW edition for that, and we'll get the ball rolling. We'll have the NRL one a little bit later. Let's go ahead. Okay, so the Dragons, it's a new-looking side for their trip, for the first trip to Magic Round at McDonald Jones Stadium in Newcastle. They'll be playing at 3:45 on Sunday against the Parramatta Eels. So at fullback, Tyra Ekapati. So this will be her NRLW debut as well as her Dragons debut. Signed immediately until the end of 2027 today. So she comes in for the suspended Teagan Berry. On the wings, Margot Vella and Jamie Millard, who comes off her NRLW debut last Sunday. The centres, Shanae Lendl and Keely Brown. The halves are the two co-captains, Zali Hopkins and Racine McGregor. Up front, we've got Madison Mulhall and Trinity Taunioi. The hooker, the veteran Nita Maynard Perrin. The back row, Ella Costa, Charlotte Basham and Hannah Southwell locks a scrum. The bench, it's Jamie Lee McGregor. She'll play her first game of the year. Alice Gregory is also there, the new face on the bench. Bronte Wilson and Olivia Ingram. The reserves for the Dragons, we got Talia O'Brien, Pia Tapsell, Grace Hamilton, and Sarah Sautia. Coached by Nathan Cross. Who's number 22 though, Big T?
Nathan Cross has called her up. Chloe Robinson's had a call up, so hopefully she'll have a good run. She's not here yet, but we'll show her later.
All right, but we're taking on the Parramatta Eels, and Troy, let's can you? Thanks for joining us once again. We've had you on a few times before, and we do thank you for coming on once again. How are you tonight?
Yeah, pretty good, and looking forward to this game. As you said, the first ever Magic Round for the NRLW, so should be a great little contest. 2 wins each team so far this year, so a crucial game for both sides.
Yep, and take us through how the Eels will line up.
So, fullback Abby Church, Zali Faye, and Martha Matteelli on the wings, Rory Owen and Lindsay Tui in the centres, Cassie Tohuhiku at 5'8", Rachel Pearson at halfback, Elsie Albert and Brianna Eels are the front rowers. Ruben Cherrington is the dummy half hooker. Chloe Jackson, Mahalia Murphy is the captain in second row, and River Lee Arlo is the lock. Tanika Todd Hunter, Paige Travis, the England international on the bench there. Another big in for Parramatta, or the big in. Kennedy Cherrington is on the bench in number 16, and Fleur Ginn is the 17. Tess McWilliams, 18th. And their coach by St George Illawarra.
And what are your thoughts on how Parramatta's going? 2 wins and 2 losses. Like us, we had a tough loss on the weekend. You had a big loss to the Knights. But 2 and 2, you've had some good wins, beating the Sharks at Shark Park to open the season. And then a big win over the Canberra Raiders down in the capital, but some losses to the Warriors and the Newcastle Knights.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, it was a great start to the year to get that win against the grand finalists from last year. It was going to be tough to go over to New Zealand with them coming back into the competition after a few years. It's always a hard road trip to go over there and get the win. Unfortunately, it didn't start the game too well over there. And then that great win against Canberra, as you mentioned, put on plenty of points there. I thought they were going to get to 50. But then last week against a good Newcastle side, just sort of probably couldn't get into the game, to be honest. And it wasn't until the second half till they got on the scoreboard. So bit of a up and down season, some good plays, some bad plays, some good wins, some bad wins. So looking forward to this one.
Yep. Well, you've got us at a good time, minus 3 of our better players in the side. Well, Teagan Berry, Indie Bostock's out with a finger injury. Kasey Reh's out with concussion protocols. We haven't even named a full 22. That's we're struggling to name a side, but we have got one. I'm sure the girls will put in a wholehearted effort up there for the Newcastle faithful. What do you think, Big T? What are your thoughts on this game going ahead?
Parramatta, a great side. I was watching them last week, and Elsie Albert, she absolutely cut the defence apart. We've got to stop her. But
Another extra.
Kennedy Cherry come back's a big one too. So and they've got a slick back line too. So they're a great side.
Yep, led by Abby Church, who was the New South Wales fullback. Troy, and then Kennedy Cherry also come off a fantastic series for New South Wales. What do you
New South Wales.
We want something, Big T. Come on, we got to.
That's okay.
All right. So, what are your thoughts on how the where do you see the Dragons troubling your team?
Yeah, well, to be honest, I haven't run my eye over your team too much, and I don't know many of the players in your side, to be honest. But obviously, they'll be fired up against the Eels after their performance last week against the Broncos. But obviously, Racine McGregor will lead the team around there, like she always does each and every week. So she'll be a main integral part. Obviously, you got Hannah Southwell as well, the lock forward, very experienced player as well. So probably those two as well. Nita Maynard Perrin as well, former Parramatta Eel as well. So playing up against her old club, still going around. So probably those three. I probably know the best, and they'll probably be an integral part of your side.
Well, one thing that is in our favour, head to head, we've played 4 times. The Dragons have won them all.
Well, there you go. That's stress going to get broken this weekend.
But,
Yes.
yeah. Any questions for Troy on Parramatta, Rob or Big T?
I've probably got one, Troy. Been watching the girls so far. I've actually been to a live game when I saw the Roosters play the Dragons. And for a similar team, as ours, the Dragons and Parramatta, we've got a few players out this weekend. Obviously, the Flash to me is a massive loss at fullback. But I see him similar. And watching that Roosters game, we were in the game for the first, say, 15, 20 minutes, and then you get these teams like the Roosters and the Broncos to seem to be that level where they just take the game away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know whether it's a consistency thing or, to be fair, both teams are building, and you're playing against these teams like the Broncos and the Roosters who are stacked with rep players. You see it as a building thing for the girls, and obviously the girls' game's getting bigger and better, but Parramatta are in the same sort of boat as the Dragons. They're building. You've got some new players coming in with some of the older players, and
so I think the advantage that we may have this weekend is we've pretty much had the same side for the last 4 weeks. So only the one change this weekend with Kennedy coming back, but the rest of the 4 games it's been the same side. So they're getting that connection with each other. Combinations, connections, and a lot of these players played last year with each other as well. So again, they know each other's play. So a few rep players in their side as well. So Mahalia Murphy is one of those. Kennedy Cherrington's another, as Jesse mentioned before. And Rory Owen as well. She's come of age. It was her first year of rugby league last year and absolutely set the league on fire. And this year as well, in a couple of games as well. Had a quiet one last week, but a couple of games this year, she's gone pretty well and scored a couple of great tries at defence as well.
What did she do before rugby league? If it was last year as the first year,
I think it possibly could have been rugby union or
athletics,
I think, yeah. So, it's amazing her progression in the code. Like represented Queensland in State of Origin this year. So. It's amazing how fast fast you come, and certainly a speed machine and an attacking weapon out there in the centres.
Yeah, she was going to get Rookie of the Year last year, by all reports, Troy, but because she was changing code, she was ruled ineligible, and that allowed our Kasey Reh to win it.
Yeah, well, I mean,
we've got to win something.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're still playing rugby league, it doesn't matter what code you come from. I mean, it's like I was talking to someone about that Roosters player who's potentially up for a Rookie of the Year, and they said, "Well, no, he's just come from rugby union, but it's his first year in rugby league." So, it doesn't really matter, does it?
No.
Anyway, and it's a good thing to see. The first ever NRLW Magic Round, we've seen it succeed in the men's. The Newcastle crowd always get they always get behind the Knights when they play there, and they've had sellouts when they've had the Origin there. How do you think the Newcastle crowd will take to the Magic Round, Big T?
Oh, it'll be a great weekend. Well, they've got 6 games up there.
Yeah, 3 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday.
Yeah, that'll be an absolutely. We got the last game, don't we?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So it'll be a great weekend. What Magic Round is. I'd love one day to get up to Magic Round. It'll be a great weekend. But yeah, it'll be good for the girls.
Yep. And how do you see that, Troy? Obviously, all 12 teams in one spot. Seen it work in the men's. How do you think it'll work for the women's?
Yeah, look, as you mentioned, Newcastle rugby league. Well, Newcastle people are sports fans, aren't they? Really. So they'll turn up to the soccer and rugby league and that. So I can see a big crowds across the Saturday and the Sunday, and it'd be good. I mean, it just shows you that slowly the women's game is getting closer to being the same as the men's game. In the terms of they've now got 3 State of Origin games. They've now got a Magic Round, and then maybe eventually in a few years' time we might see every club have an NRLW team, which would be great. The big question will be asked. I guess it's going to be, I think, a rainy week. I'm not too sure about the weekend, so. Playing the last game in a Magic Round is always questionable in terms of how the field holds up. So that'll be interesting to see how after 5 games. I mean, admittedly, there's only 3 on Saturday and then 3 on the Sunday. So that'll be interesting to see how that holds up. But
I think there's rain Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday for sure.
yeah, so it's going to be interesting come Sunday what the field's going to be like after 3 games on Saturday.
Could come down to kicking games as well. We know that the 2 number 7s, like Rachel Pearson, we know her from her time at the Dragons. She started the year in tremendous form, as has Racine McGregor, so that's going to be a crucial battle.
Yeah, definitely if it's raining, the kicking game will be all important.
All right. Any more questions for Troy? I know he's got his own show to get to, but any more questions for Troy about the game this weekend? Or
all good. Just good to see you again, Troy. It was,
it is.
No worries.
mate.
Thank you very much for inviting me once again, and enjoy the game on Sunday.
Give us your tip for the game, and who do you think will be a try scorer? And well, what do you think?
Look, I'm going to say 24-18, and I'm going to say, well, I mentioned it before, I'm going to say Rory Owen as a try scorer, potentially the first try scorer. There you go.
Yep. All right. Thank you for joining us tonight, Troy, and we'll see you all again next time, Troy.
No worries.
We'll
see you later.
We'll through throughout the next year.
Go Parra.
All right. Now we'll get into Big T segment, and we'll before we do that, NRLW we'll talk a little bit more about a little later. But we do have our guest, and Big T will introduce him in just a moment.
Come with me as we go behind enemy lines.
Well, good day, Dragons fans. I'm Big T, and this is Behind Enemy Lines, Canberra Raiders at Wollongong, so it should be pretty good. Going through the Canberra side first before we bring in our guests. With Keogh Weeks at the back, Jed Stewart, and the X-Man, Xavier Savage, on the wings. Matthew Tomoko and Sebastian Chris returns in the centres. Strange and Fogarty are the halves. Josh Papali, Tom Starling, and Joey Tarpany in the front row for the Raiders. Hudson Young, Zach Hoskins, and big Corey Horsburgh locks the scrum. Owen Paddy, Semi Sasangi, Morgan Smithies, and Ata Murray-Ata. Daniel Levi's 18th man. Wetiera, Noah Martin, Trey Mooney, and Ethan Sanders on the bench. Ricky Stewart. What a great thing Ricky Stewart did for Kyle Flanagan the last time we played us. Welcome in. Tyson, tell us where you're from. We know you've been here before, but let's remind us of where you're from and who you are.
Yeah, just back after a month. So I run the socials for the Sydney Milk Syndicate, and also do my own thing on TikTok and Instagram.
Cool. Okay, let's have a look at have a look at the Raiders side. A couple of questions for you. I only just got out of jail last time we played you. We just ran out of time. We just ran you down. We couldn't catch you.
Yeah.
We should have won that game. What did you think of the last game we played?
Yeah, it was a lot closer than I thought it would be. Obviously, a couple of questionable calls both sides, that forward pass and Trey Mooney being offside.
Questionable.
Yeah, questionable. Yeah, but yeah, it was definitely a grind, tough battle. I sort of came on here a month ago and said that you could expect that. There would be a hungry Dragons team coming in, and they did just that.
Thank you, Jess. You got to say this is the strongest Canberra side you can put out.
We've still got Matty Nicholson.
Matty Nicholson, Sabelio Tamale still to return, but
that's a pretty strong side.
Yeah, but a lot of players are just coming in. They're doing a job. They're in form. So it doesn't really feel like we're missing much when we have injuries or players out due to suspension or head knocks.
How important is Sebastian Chris's return?
Oh, he's been massive this year. He's definitely one of the leaders in that back five. Obviously, not much experience there. He's definitely 100-gamer, one of those leaders there. So, yeah, very important.
Cool. Wins that win are hard to come by. How are Canberra going to beat the Dragons at Wynn Stadium on Sunday? Is it Sunday? No, Saturday.
Saturday night.
Saturday night, yeah. Wynn Stadium's a hard place to win. Obviously, keep doing what they do, and obviously this year they're a lot fitter than they've been in previous years. So they've been winning games this year just off the back of their fitness. So hopefully putting fatigue into the Dragons and hopefully mowing them down.
Yeah. Who in the Raiders side? I know it's the whole team, but who in the Raiders side of the danger men?
At the moment, Papali's been one of our best over the last month, and Timmy Sasangi off the bench has probably been the best over the last 6 weeks. Just coming in, filling in back row, centres, been doing a job, scoring tries, and just one-on-one defence for him this year has gone leaps and bounds this year.
Yeah.
Good question, Ian Johnson.
Yeah.
Just want to say. I just want to cast you quickly about Tyson. We've been linked to Chevy Stewart, obviously with KOX going so well in contention for that Dally M. It's blocking his path to first grade. Dragons showing some interest in him. Do you think he's ready for first grade? Only a couple of games left. He hasn't played at all this year.
Yeah, Chevy Stewart. He's not played this year, but yeah, he's definitely ready for first grade. Obviously, to start last year, we didn't have a fullback. Chevy was sort of the only one. Club thought he wasn't ready. Played those couple of games last year when Rapana was injured. Like Rapana came in as a makeshift fullback. He did okay, but there was sort of signs that he really didn't look ready for first grade. And there was that game against the Broncos. He had a shocker. Tried to back up with just ran the ball straight at Kobe Hetherington, got absolutely dropped. But this year in Cup, he's been very good. He's been one of the better players in Cup. We haven't had a great season there, but he's been 18th man thereabouts. And I do feel like he is ready for first grade, but like the big problem is he's probably only a fullback. So with Kyle Weeks going so well, it's hard to sort of get him the spot. But also below that flag and all that, there's a kid coming through, Ethan Alea, who's just re-signed at the start of the year on a long-term deal as well, which is sort of put Chevy in purgatory a bit. Yeah.
Well, I was listening to the radio this afternoon on SEN, and Jared Croker was on there, and he reckons he's a good potential, but he's only he's only a all-out fullback. He's not.
Yeah.
Because you know how those fullbacks transition to 5'8". If he doesn't, Jared Croker doesn't see him as a 5'8".
Yeah, well, I'd say like 75% of the outside backs you see in the NRL today, they all came through their systems as fullbacks. Yeah.
Yep. And another one we've been linked to, Trey Mooney. Can you tell us a bit about him?
Yeah, I've had massive raps on him for a long time now. It's just he's stuck behind a really good pack, and there's a lot of players that the Raiders are prioritising re-signing at the moment. Like Trey Mooney re-signed for 3 more years last year. Still hasn't been able to crack a regular spot in first grade. So I think if there's opportunities out there, I'm sure that club's happy to let him go. But yeah, I think he's a player of immense talent.
Yeah. Another one I would ask you about, the kid with the fantastic mullet, Noah Martin. He's on your extended bench. You know much about that kid?
Oh yeah, him and his brother have played first grade last year. Well, his brother played first grade last year.
Yep.
Played about 2 minutes against the Storm, got knocked out, and came off with a concussion. But yeah, Noah's an Australian schoolboy prodigy from 2 years ago. Killed it in Cup last year, making the transition to first grade this year. And he's also extended long term. One of those young forwards that's staying till after the new teams come in. He's an exciting talent.
He's a very Tom Leroy Lars shape. And he's just as hard a player, I think. So I'd like to get my hands on that kid.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just a lot of his contributions in first grade has been decoy runs, but watching him on the ball, he's a handful.
Yeah.
Remember the last time we played at Win?
I do, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to say it was the time when the Ashes was on and the Raiders did the celebration of the stumping.
Yes, that one.
Too funny. You got any questions, Rob?
Mate, only just Tyson. I just can't believe how impressive the Raiders are. I mean, even that game against Newcastle, they just in for the grind for the first 15, 20, and then they just take off. You know what I mean? And through the forwards, through the backs, you can score anywhere on the field. And then you've got a bloody good halfback, Foggy. I mean, his kicking game, his goal kicking, everything. And then the young boys that come on and then are playing in the hooking position as well too, are so fast as well too. So as much as I love the Dragons, and I just don't think we're going to make the top 8. We've had so many injuries. I hope you guys can get up this year because I'd love to see Canberra do it instead of one of these other asshole teams that we all hate. So, be wishing you boys sort of second best. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I'm getting a lot of that this year now that we've got a good year going.
What do you think been the key to success though this year? Do you think Ricky Stewart's brought those next gen players with the balance of youth, with balance of experience? He's got to be the coach of the year, what he's done to that team, and not when he gave them a chance to make the 8, let alone have one hand on the minor premiership with 6 reads for reigning.
Yeah. So, coach of the year, then daylight second, I believe, with Ricky. There was something with the senior players where they had a heart-to-heart with him, saying that he takes losses too hard, he takes wins too seriously. So I think he's mellowed out a little bit in his old age. And that's just the trust he has in his senior players and also the youth. I feel like losing Jack Whiten a couple of years ago, that was the sort of catalyst to pursue youth into the side. So far it's paying off.
Mm-hmm.
You got a great blend.
Yeah.
Tough, hard-headed forwards and slick fast backs.
Yeah. Well, I sort of expected us to have a season like this, but I thought it was going to be like 2 years away. So, yeah, things are really looking up.
Happy days for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. You've been down a while, though, so it's good to see you back up there.
You still got 2 buys, is that right? 2 buys left? One buy?
Just one. I think that's a couple of weeks from now.
So you're gonna go. You should be getting the minor premiership, but strange things happen. But we'll give that a good crack.
Yeah, I mean, we got a couple of teams that could give us a run for our money. Manly's a bogey team for us. Then we got Penrith close to the end of the year, which would be a good challenge for us.
Now, this might be a little bit tongue in cheek from Mohammed. Do you think they run out of puff during the finals?
Ooh, maybe. Like all the travel at the start of the year. Thankfully, hasn't exactly caught up to it. Hasn't really felt like it's caught up to us. We're a fit team this year. But finals. The young team as well. Finals is just a different ball game. So
Will they be overawed by the occasion of finals footy?
yeah, yeah, mate. Maybe not. There's some guys there that have played in the grand final, played in some big finals games for us in the past. So going to be leaning on those boys a lot, and yeah, those boys are in form. So
The home semi-final to start with, so I mean, they peg out the joint. So I don't know. I think it's a bit rough.
They'll get 2 finals in Canberra, which is a huge advantage.
yeah, top 2 finish gets us 2.
Are you in Canberra, Tyson?
I am, yeah.
You are, so you get the most games.
Yeah, I get to all of them and every
Yeah, nice.
Sydney game, and if I'm keen to travel, I'll go up to Brisbane or New Zealand or somewhere.
That'd be good.
You going to the Gong on Saturday night?
I am, yes.
Oh, Jess will be there.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Maybe you can catch up.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe.
All the questions, guys. You're done with drilling Tyson, or grilling Tyson, I should say.
Oh, Coco's here. He might have a question.
She might have a question. Oh yeah,
Coco, welcome to the show. Do you have any questions for our Raiders fan, Tyson?
Her dad's a mad Canberra fan, Tyson. He loves his Canberra.
Yeah, my dad loves. Oh, yeah, he's got the tattoo and everything. He'll be with me at the game.
Right.
God forbid, everyone. I apologise. But yes.
Well, if you're on the hill, Tyson, Coco will be on the hill.
No, no, not this week. I'll be on.
Oh, are you?
Grandstand. Yep, I'm going to be upper class this week.
You in the corporate box, are you, Coco?
Yes. Tyson, who is your favourite ever Raiders player? Who is your favourite, like the one you just love, like, and your go-to person?
Well, the glory days were a little bit before my time, but so I've only ever seen highlight reels of like Ricky Stewart, Laurie Daly, Chicka Ferguson was absolutely insane, but a player that I enjoyed watching when I was a kid, Clinton Schkowski, actually. Just so tenacious, very good, silky, skillful fullback.
Great sidestep.
Another player I loved as well is Alan Tongue. Just a player that should have played rep footy. Just so tough, tackled anything.
I loved
Redhead.
I love that sign that they had down in Canberra when you had Alan Tongue.
Yeah,
they're playing against Canterbury. Don't need a big Willie. We're
the Cowboys.
Tongue. Yeah.
My uncle actually played for the Raiders, Tyson.
Really?
Yep. Player of the Year in 1984. His name was Steve O'Callaghan.
Yeah, right. Nice.
Now that's before your time.
That is.
He was a winger. He was a winger fullback.
Yeah, right.
So many great players on those sides.
You might know this or know this, but in Ricky Stewart's time, Laurie Daly and Mal's time, they played in the game when it snowed. So full on snow at Canberra. So the service was pretty much covered in snow. So you can't train for that.
No, you can't. Well, sometimes you can. Like we've had some days down here this week where it's just sleeting, so it's close enough.
Yeah. All right, is that it, guys? Because if that's it, it comes to this time of the night. This time of the night. Come with me as we take a walk down memory lane. EssensLight.com sponsors this segment, so EssensLight.com.au. Get to that website. You'll love them, and your wife will love you even more. We played the Raiders. I keep saying Cowboys. Played the Raiders 40 times. 26 wins for the Raiders, 13 wins for us. There was one draw, I think, back in 2002, maybe. Anyway, 820 points for us, 893 points for the Raiders. Today we go back to May the 12th, 2016, around 10. It was a very dark night. Cogwood Jubilee Oval, Dragons versus Raiders. Crowd 9,647. Referees Ashley Klein and Adam G. Well, in the 16th minute, Frizzell barges over. It was a tough try by the guy who went to Newcastle to try and win a comp. I don't know how that worked out for him. But Dragons 6-0. Oh, that was half-time. 6-0 at half-time. So we'll have a look.
I remember that game. Blake
the second half. 50th
Blake
minute.
Austin accused someone that's breaking his nose.
Less than a minute. Gareth with a penalty. Dragons 8. Raiders 0. The 55th minute, Jordan Rapata gets a try. It's 8-6 after they get the conversion. Miracle pass from Jason Nightingale. Flicks it back. Tim Lafford gets the try. Dragons 12-6. 77th minute. 3 minutes to go. I highlighted this on Sunday night that we let so many tries in the last 5 minutes of a game, of a half. It's just been going on for years. Jared Croker scores a try after Edric Lee. Oh, long run down the left hand touch line. Passes into Croker. It's 12-all. It's golden point. Dragons 12. Raiders 12. Right in the 85th minute, the ball gets kicked by Benji Marshall, I think it was. Puts up the bomb. Whiten to Rapana. Rapana flick pass. Whiten cut out pass. 20 metres out for a line. UNA can intercept and juggles the ball. It went up as a try. I think it did. But anyway, there it is. Golden point game wins for the Dragons. There you go. We've had 6. 2 against the Knights, South Tigers, Raiders and Wars. But losses. 14 losses in 21 games. We had 1 draw against Parramatta in 2011. But 14 losses in 21 games, that's 30%. It's not bad. No, we can't get it. We can't get enough.
There's breaking news.
Breaking news.
Jack Whiten, unsuccessful, 4-game suspension.
Oh, wow.
We'll see you later, my boy. What did he do?
Shoulder charge.
That's a bit harsh. He didn't mean it.
He must have meant
He did
it.
not mean that.
He must have.
It came up and the heads clash. So the head clash was the bad thing.
It was like a decent. It was an accident, but it was
a head clash and
ridiculous.
it come up on his shoulder. Yeah, but
It was.
It's a bit harsh for South now because now they can't play healthy players.
No. All right, we'll carry on with this. This week, in Moments of Yesterday, there's me. Look, nobody sent me any pictures. There's me with my 2 boys, Joel, the one in the maroon, and Ben as a baby. That was back in 2004. Look how fat my head was then. Look at that. Wow.
You still look the same.
Oh, I do not. and back then, I didn't dye my beard. So I was anyway. There's a little picture. And there's the boys now. That's 23 years later. So 21 years later. Yeah. And there they are. This has been a Big T presentation. Brought to you by the Mad Dragons Vodcast and Essence and Light, essenceandlight.com.au. Get there, have a look at their soaps and candles. They're beautiful. Your wife will love you. The rest is history, and there's much more to be made. Back to you, Jesse.
Yep. Thank you for that.
Thank you very much.
Always good to have a look at some Bucks games as well. Just on that game, I remember that there was a blackout before kickoff as well. There was a blackout in the stadium.
Yeah, half the lights weren't working.
Yep. And Ricky thought Mary was playing a prank on him.
He was.
It worked, didn't it? It put him off their game.
Jules River Council, mate.
But no, it was a game that had everything, that one. But yeah.
Play the rates.
You want to have your final say on what do you think is going to happen, Tyson, on the game on Saturday night?
I'm hoping we take lessons out of playing against the Dragons last week. So I'm hoping we keep doing what we're doing, win a tight one, maybe 1-12. I'll go 1-12 this time. So yeah, Raiders. Yeah.
It's just been nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a hard place to play at Wollongong.
It is.
Yeah.
And we're not playing that bad.
No, not at all.
So,
as Raiders fans,
we just lack a game manager.
Yeah, we've just
exactly right. Yeah,
we've been in those shoes
Tyson,
before. We've had seasons
you're too
where,
nice.
yeah, we've had those
No,
seasons.
he's not.
where
We're going to lose another close game.
Games. Yeah.
Tyson.
No way. I think we are going to lose, but we're not. It's not going to be close. the Raiders have the speed. They've got like Wicks, Tarpany, they've got Horsburgh, they've got Papali'i, they've Starling. They
Houston
have
Strange. They've
a
got
lot
good,
of good
exciting
players.
They're across the
Yeah, and they can they will walk through us. If we win, the footy gods are on our side for
But
sure.
look what KO Weeks did to us last time. Over 300 metres, 3 tries.
Yeah.
You got to look at even last week's game, right? Like I said, the first 15, 20 minutes in Newcastle was a grind, and then all of a sudden you guys just take off all over the park.
Yeah,
it's almost like you're unstoppable. You know what I mean?
They went to another level.
Yeah, and I think they know defensively that just to make sure that they don't let easy tries in. So I reckon you guys will only improve, mate. I really do.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. Yeah.
You want to carry some form heading into the semi-finals, that's for sure. Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, this could be a lot. This could because you're going into 10 in a row, aren't you?
9.
9 in a row. So this could be the game you should lose.
Yeah. Well,
be the game you lose to win one.
Yeah, you need that. You need that loss you need to have before finals. Absolutely.
That's exactly right. That gives you 5 more weeks to flow into semi-finals and win the comp. All right, Tice. Thanks very much, mate.
Lose? Which one?
This one.
Would you rather lose to someone in the bottom, or would
Well,
you
they've got
rather
Penrith
lose
in the run home as well,
the Panthers
Coco.
coming up? Huh?
Well, probably like to lose the Dolphins once we have the minor premiership sewn up and we rest the players. That's the one I want to lose.
You rest all your players on the eve of the semi.
Good answer.
Yeah. And Lisa Marie's got it right there. If we could just score more tries than the opposition.
Yeah,
that's the way to win. That's the way to win.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mohammed Div's probably nailed it on the head.
Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take that.
How many
all right, Tyson.
That this year?
We'll take it every time. All right, Tyson. Thanks very much. Loved your time with us. Hopefully we'll see you in the semi-finals. But I don't think that's going to happen.
Your team will be there, but our team's packing.
We'll see your team in the finals, but you won't see us. Thanks, mate. Thanks for being with us. Love you. You're great. Hopefully see you next year if we're still running.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you.
All right, mate. Thanks very much.
All right, yeah.
All right, Jess, there we go.
The Raiders, but the Dragon side, that's the one we haven't discussed yet. Take us through the team list, Rob.
Okay, we got Clint Gutherson at fullback, Torrell Sloan and Corey Allen on the wings, Fee Guy and Sully in the centres. We've got King Turgia at 5'8", Kyle Flanagan at halfback, Emery Gula at prop and Clemmer, Big Dave Cooking at hooker, Leilua in the second row of Molo, and Lord Kenneth Scrum back to Bellin. And we got Little at 14, Hamish Stewart 15, Hane Selle 16, and big blocker Blake Laurie at 17. Helen Gahu, geez, I wish he would be given a chance at 18, and Pacific Tonga at 19, Ilias at 20. Good luck, Lachlan. I don't think you'll even get into the team this year. 21, Buchanan, and 22, Murdoch, the man, Vasilla.
Yep. Coco, first thoughts on that team. So Michael Molo gets the shot with Jaden Sewer out for a few weeks with that knee injury. Thoughts on that one? Michael Molo. Been impressive off the bench.
He has been. I don't even know. Like, I'm a bit, I don't know, I'm just...
Too nice, Coco.
Yeah. Be nice. I think
No, you're too
he
nice.
has been... Yes, I know. He's been very impressive off the bench. So I'll like to see what he brings to the team when he starts. Like, I want to see his bedazzle. We need the speed because, who they're going against. So we need all those speed. Even Sloan, I'm putting Sloan on notice. He needs to work his bum off, his bottom off.
He does.
But Rob, Hame Selle, everyone was thinking Loco Tonga or Jacob Halangahu. Loco Tonga gets a recall or Jacob Halangahu gets his NRL debut. But
I'm just
only 76 metres from 7 runs in the New South Wales Cup from Hame Selle. That's hardly anything to get a first grade recall from.
Donnie Bell said it perfectly. Flano's holding on to the miracle that we're going to still make the semis, and he's trying to select the true tide tested players, the experienced ones, that have played lots of first grade games in the past. And instead of, say, giving Helen Go a go, Loco, we've got to have him in the team. He should be in the team. I would have thought he'd be an integral part in our side from next season. He started off playing a fair few games, and it's just died out. But hey, we've got everything to gain and nothing to lose, everything to gain. So what are we doing by not playing a couple of plays?
Donnie said today earlier on that if we win all 6, we'll make the 8. So
we need a lot of results to go our way.
We do a lot of results.
Yeah, and I mean you got to be. Look at some of the teams. Look, we've got Penrith in that mix. Look how much Penrith have improved. We got to still play Penrith.
Hey, on that question there by Rufio, are we happy with Flanagan at halfback still? Is our best option at halfback? There's no question. There's no question. But I want to ask the question now. Jerome Hughes has signed a 4-year deal at the Storm. Should we go for Jonah Peasant?
Well, he has a get-out clause. So does
he has a get-out clause. Exactly right. So they've just signed. Hughes has just signed a 4-year deal.
He'll retire at Melbourne.
He will. So 4 years.
Well, Jonah's a very gifted player. I know Katoa's probably come on further than Jonah, but he shows the same sort of ability as for the Dolphins.
Hasn't played much first grade though.
I know, but I mean, Katoa was in the same bait. But
what he has done,
just a freakish player, a real freakish player.
He's led Melbourne's round to wins, so he's led them around, so he can do the job. Ian Johnson agrees we should go for him. One of them anyway.
I think he's only played half a dozen games, around that.
But I've liked what he's done.
2 ACL injuries.
I like what he's done. You can get over them.
Yeah, and I mean, there are the players running around, even in our Dragons side, that have had multiple serious injuries, Jess. And I mean, you look at what's his face at the Tigers that we were the injuries he's had, and he's come back really well from serious injuries, and playing well. I mean, even though he obviously is in the Tigers, he'll be getting beaten, but he's been one of the better players for the Tigers. But I mean, it's really difficult. We're going to need a decent halfback, aren't we, in the future? I mean, and you get the CEO Tim Watson that comes out and quite clearly says that Kyle's not a halfback in the future. He's a 14. He's a backup hooker, maybe a backup half. But he's certainly not even looked at as a future halfback for us. So, what I mean? You're going to have to do something sooner than later.
I'll get your say on this one. So Tyron Wishart is another player that could leave with Hughes, and it depends on what Munster wants to do as well. He's the Melbourne Storm number 6 at the moment, obviously, and he's not going to get in the starting halves for them. Obviously, he's a Steelers and Dragons junior, son of the legendary Rod. We both love him. How would you like to see him back at the club, Tyron Wishart, like his dad was?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to see him come back. The way that he's playing down in Melbourne, and, I don't like Melbourne as a team, but I do like Craig Bellamy. I think he's one of, they all talk about Wayne Bennett. Yes, he's a great coach. But also I think Craig Bellamy, the respect he has, and he looks scary as hell when he's mad. So, but the way he shows respect and guides those, players to the way they want to be like that, but does. And look at him now. He's been down there and he's actually been playing exceptional. So I would love for him to come back and play with us, and hopefully next year can guide, help others, even help King Tongia, or I don't know. We're always going to talk about the Flanagan situation. We're always going to talk about it. But there's a number. What is it? Number 20, Ilias. He's there. I'm sorry, but if they can't make their choices up, put him in for a game. What has he got to lose, really? He hasn't played NRL since he's 2 bad games. Put him in, give him a chance, and just be done with it. Because because doomed if they do, doomed if they don't. And this is the problem I have the problem too. I'm putting myself on there. If we don't put Ilias back in and put Flano somewhere on the bench, or just put him on the bench just for now and see how they go. We've got 6 more games to go until the end of the season. I think that's what they need to just think about. Pull the Band-Aid out. Just take it off and just put him back in and see how he goes with King Tongia. Either or, that's what I think. That is my thought for the night. What do you reckon?
There was talk on the radio yesterday, Rob, that I don't know if you listened to the Joel and Fletch show in the afternoons. Joel Kane was suggesting that like King Tongia might need a spell. What are your thoughts on his game last week? Obviously, he got copped a battering from Tom Dearden. He got a real lesson of how to defend against Tom Dearden.
Oh, look, again, you go back to even Amon when he came in at 5'8". It took him a lot of matches, you know what I mean, to start to get used to playing at NRL level and all that. And I think you got to stick and pick there, for our future. But in saying that, Daniel Atkinson's coming in next year, who I believe is more a 5'8" than a halfback. But that could be your answer, Coco, just there, that Atkinson might end up being halfback next year. So then it's a fight for who's going to be 5'8". So I'd still be keeping LKT there. You're going to have some rough games, some good games, some bad games, etc. And yes, our problem's been we can't close games out, or we can't win games at the moment, but we have been facing some stronger teams. To be fair, but and I say this in the nicest way possible, but how could you go and drop LKT then not drop Flanagan? You know what I mean? Why is LKT deserve to get dropped for Flanagan? It's just that'd be wrong.
Yeah. Can I ask a question? Can I say something?
Yeah.
Can I say something?
You sound like Liam.
I just want to say something.
You sound like
I'm wearing a t-shirt made up. How many games do you have to play in reserve grade to be able to play in the semi-finals?
But you've got to play at least half, I think.
Half, all right. So you can't drop any players because they won't be playing semi-final football. So this is the team we've got. This is the team we're going to have.
Yeah.
Why would you wreck the knock-on effect cup?
Games either, I think.
Yeah, but why would you play the knock-on effect cup and affect that side to try and improve this side?
Well, it's been affecting the side because
it has. That's right. Yeah, they lost. Yeah, so
they were smacked by Newtown over the weekend.
Drop every player back to reserve grade, so we might win that.
To be fair with Coco, what Coco's saying, Flanagan said he only gave Ilias a couple of games and he dropped him for game managing, not closing out.
Well, he had
games.
7 weeks to prove himself.
I think maybe even less, Jesse, but I don't know the exact numbers. But isn't the same thing happening now with our halves? And didn't he go back to Cup? And I know it's Cup, but haven't they won a huge amount of games? And he's been the chief playmaker. And he has not been given an opportunity to come back. He's done what the coach wanted him to do.
Exactly. I agree with you 1,000%, Rob. That's what I mean.
I just think it's double standards with Kyle Flanagan and Shane Flanagan. I really do. I mean, you can talk about nepotism, but I think it's there. And then to make matters worse, and I know I'll shut up soon, but you get the CEO Tim Watford coming out saying, well, Kyle's not really meant to be halfback.
That's right, yeah. We've heard that.
Yeah. So, no, but then we're still playing him there. I mean,
Rufio, well said, Rob. Well said.
We put Ilias to your halfback. We don't even give him another chance.
That's
that's going to be it.
Yep.
It's all fine and well for us to sit back and go, it's only Carp and Ilias isn't that good. We're all saying that, but he hasn't had another chance.
I'm not saying it's just Cup. I'm just saying that he needs a chance because he had 2 games and that was it. And then he's now back in Cup. He's had 7 weeks in Cup. They're killing it. But because Kyle can't be asked to, or the dad, and I understand dad and do whatever, but still, if your son and if people are saying you're not fullback, go back to the Cup, learn your skills. Sloan got dropped, mate. Sloan got dropped. King Tongia got dropped. Half these players have been dropped. Why can't he get dropped? No more, no less. Get back
I
there.
guarantee if it was Ricky Stewart's son and his son wasn't playing as well as what he wanted, Ricky Stewart would drop his son. I guarantee you. Ricky Stewart's a
and-
tough coach.
But Ricky
He
Stewart
loves
Trust
waited
his
for
senior
his son.
players though. In that debate, he asked his senior players, "Is he ready?"
Yeah, but if his son's not
he didn't-
performing, mate, he wouldn't,
Yeah.
like, if he's not closing out, or if he's a chief player, but he's not closing out games and helping us to win, he'd be dropped.
He would.
Who's that?
I don't know who that is. I don't know.
Who's that showing the love?
Some bloke.
It's probably bloody Lee, man.
I like his picture, but it's a good picture though. No, I think Kyle's there because he's the best defender out of the rest of them. So we need defence, so that's why he's there.
Players that Flano did mention a few weeks ago that Jacob Halengahu may get some first grade games before the end of the year just to give him some first grade experience.
Breaking news, Jess. Breaking news. My mate was playing golf with Rod Histrish out the other day and said Tyrone might come back.
That'd be nice.
It would be.
Be great to see a Wishart back in the club, wouldn't it, Coco?
Oh yes,
Yep.
definitely. Yes, definitely.
Did you love Rod back when he was back playing for the Steelers? He was one of the best.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Like he was a speedster back in the day. Like the way he just ran that ball with McGregor. Oh,
Great goal kicker as well.
Yeah. And
I actually like him at 5'8". I like Wishart when he plays 5'8". I reckon he's bloody good at 5'8". So I know there's this halfback thing, but mate, I'd have him at 5'8" any day of the week. I think he's fantastic there.
Yep. And he's not going to get that shot at Melbourne with Munster and Hughes ahead of him, Rob?
No, unless Munster goes to Perth, but that's not till 2027, isn't it? The season after. So yeah, obviously that's the issue. It just shows you how dumb our club are. We go and lose these good, decent young players that we got. I don't get why, and then how they go to other clubs and they become bloody regular first graders. Ruben Garrick and all these sort of guys. It's just beyond me. I don't know. Let's hope the recruitment gets fixed up now, and Daniel Anderson and the retention and pathways and all that.
Yep, he's already started, and we'll get into more detail about what he's looking at doing already, a little bit later in the news and rumours segment, because he's already got the big broom ready to go, Rob. So he's not mucking around. Hayden Buchanan is the new face on the extended bench. A local junior, Kiama boy. New South Wales under-19s representative, been going quite well in reserve grade. Unlikely to play, but he's in the conversation perhaps as a first grader in the future. Big T.
Yeah, once you make the extended bench, you eventually move up to the main team. So yeah, his name's there now, and he'll be there for maybe next couple of weeks, and then drop back down the Resies.
But do you think it's do you think he'll get a chance in first grade sometime before the season comes out, or unless injuries strike again?
We've lost that many outside backs. If anybody else goes down, we're going to need him. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Just on that too, Rob, CT again had a setback last weekend, so he had to pull out of the New South Wales Cup side. So I'd just say for this year, just
injuries are terrible, mate.
Have the rest of the year off.
Yeah, he's just so injury prone with the hamstrings, right? But Corey Allen's the same too. I think he's got dodgy hammies. So Buchanan, might be a sneaky chance, because like you said, we just say down on troops. But I asked this question of everybody: if we do lose against the Raiders, and I'm expecting, and I know it's not a loyal Dragons supporter saying that, but if I'm being realistic, how the hell does Halengahu not get a go? You know what I mean? In the next X amount of games,
he still thinks there's finals in the chance, Flanner. He still has an eye on finals. But
surely if we lose this game on Saturday, we're gone. There's no way mathematically we can make it then. You know what I mean?
Even now, we've got to win every game.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So, I don't know. I'd like to see these guys get a go. I know Donnie says Buchanan. I haven't
It's
watched enough of New South Wales Cap. He's a good player. So,
It's the curtain raiser, Ian. They're before first grade on Saturday, 3:00.
Yeah.
So if you can get there early, get there, watch New South Wales Cup. Actually, it's 10:03 kickoff. It's the curtain raiser to this game. So get down there a bit early and watch that up against the Warriors. They're leading the comp too. So it's a top of the table match.
Well, 5 points they're leading the comp.
Well, that's going to be a tough game, man, because we're impacted in New South Wales Cup with all the injuries, aren't we, from NRL as well? So
theirs would be too, because they've got the injury bug at the moment. The Warriors.
Oh, have they? Oh, really? Yeah, with the New South Wales Cup. So, yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Michael Marlow in the back row, Jess. What do you think about that selection?
I don't mind it, but I don't hate it either. He's been doing a job for us since he's come into the team this year. There was talk that Hamish Stewart would do it, but I think he's more of a middle. I don't see him as an edge player. I think he's a 13 or. I'm not sure how. I don't think I've ever seen Molo play. I think he's been mainly a front rower, but
he's a middle.
He's not as big as his brother, is he?
No,
he's not as big as his brother, so he might be a bit more lateral movement. He might be able to move sideways. We've seen Ben Murdoch-Masilla a couple of years ago playing in the back row, and he wasn't an edge. So hopefully it works out, and Michael Molo can be an edge, but it's interesting to see.
Or Big T, is it Fane playing games again with the team? And that might be
it could be. It could be. All right. We talked about the boys enough, I think.
Yep. All right.
I just want to talk about the girls for a sec, Jess. I'd like to ask Chloe to run through the team.
Me.
All right. That's Eka Patty's the first name. Eka Patty.
Man, you should have pre-warned me because I have what is it?
Anyway,
Oh my god!
just go through the side. Just go through the side for us.
Okay, number 1, Eka Patty. 2, Vella. 3, Lyndall.
Welcome her to the club too, Coco. She's new to the club, Eka Patty.
Oh, welcome to the Dragons. Thank you, Jesse. See, I'm just a part-time fan. I'm very sorry, girls. I love you. Wait, number 4, Brown. 5, Millard. 6, Hopkins. 7, McGregor. 8, Mulhall. Is that how I say it? Number 8, Mulhall. Okay, Mulhall, sorry. Number 9 is Maynard Perrin. 10, oh gosh. I need you big. What?
Tawanui.
Okay, thank you.
That's it, good.
11, Costa. 12, Basham. 13, Southwell. 14, McGregor. 15, Gregory. 16, Wilson. 17, Ingram. 18 is O'Brien. 19, Tapsell. 20, Hamilton. 21,
Sortier.
Sortier.
That's here.
Oh, 22, Chloe Robinson.
Yeah, Crossy gave me a call the other day and said he's going to make Chloe.
Yes.
Chloe on the extended bench.
Newcastle.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No.
I'll be
didn't.
the one running
Hey,
away.
Chloe,
There's no number
Chloe,
2.
Yes.
will you get suspended after your first game? Head high tackles on?
Yeah. I'll just tackle the legs and not let go. Won't let go.
Yeah.
No, get here.
So funny.
Yeah. You're getting a run, Chloe. Getting a run.
Yeah,
That
you
Crossy,
against Kennedy
Oh.
Charrington.
Oh.
Sorry?
No, you run at LC Albert, Coco.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't see.
I'll give her an elbow.
I don't know.
I wouldn't want to run it.
Yeah.
The first, it's the elephant in the room. Teagan Berry suspended for 2 weeks after the
Boo!
What are your take on that, Rob? She's been a clean player. She's played 36 straight games since her debut.
Mate,
Do you think she had to take it on the chin, or do you think the sin bin was punishment enough? Did she deserve a suspension? What's your take on it?
It's not a suspension, and sin bin's enough. And then the record surely comes into play as well. I don't know how it works. It's the same with the boys, with the girls.
It's the same, yeah.
Yeah, it just sucks, man. I didn't like the referee at all, to be honest with you. It really pissed me off. I think I said it to you. You know, I don't know. It's just so disappointing, mate. The Flash not
He's a
being
huge loss.
Oh, massive loss. Because I mean, like, she's their X factor. We can make something for nothing. Chime into the line, kick over the top, whatever. Even from our end of the field, to lose her is just massive. I know one player doesn't necessarily make the whole team, but mate, an attacking weapon, it's a massive loss. You know, so very, very hard not to have her in the team. But obviously, we've got this new player now. I don't know much about her, Jesse, but hopefully, if she's is half as good as the Flash, well, then I'm sure she'll have a solid game.
Well, would
Do you know anything about her?
Margot Vella go back there, Big T? Margot Vella was.
Margot Vella could go back. It was talk about Margot Vella going back. She'd do a great job as well. But Ekapati, do you know anything about her and where she come from?
So she's come from the Roosters. She played actually alongside Kasey Reh and Bronte Wilson and Indie Bostock. She was in that New South Wales under-19 side that had the win on the Sunshine Coast a few weeks ago.
Got to a good level.
So she's mainly come through as a centre. It's a big game though to have a debut though at the back against.
I think it might be. They'll swap during the game anyway. So
Jamie Millard's only new to the game as well. She only made her debut against the Broncos. But yeah, I'll get into some information about Tyra Ekapati if you like. So she only signed today actually.
Yeah, signed today.
So I'll just get that up. Hang on, where was it? Tyra Ekapati.
Do you know who the referees are this week, Rob?
No, man, I missed that one.
We got Smith for the men.
Smith, come on.
And he was the one that made the call on Teagan Berry. He was in the bunker.
I'm telling you.
All right, so here it is. The Dragons are pleased to announce this. They've signed Tyra Ekapati on a deal that will see her join the club effective immediately. So she's just 18, Big T, 18.
Yep.
Clubs into the top 24 squad for the remainder of the season, as well as the next 2 years, having been granted an immediate lease from the Roosters. Shows she's a Y-on girl, so she is a Roosters junior.
So she would have been on the Sammy Brimmer last year with them, would she?
I'm not too sure about that one. But she has spent the last two Tasha Girl Cup campaigns with the Roosters and started in the centres when they made the grand final back in May. So they Parramatta won the grand final in that grade. The Roosters were the runners-up. So she followed up a strong Tasha Girl Cup campaign with selection in the New South Wales under-19s team. She was a try scorer in that 26-10 win on the Sunshine Coast. And Nathan Cross is quite thrilled to have her now joining on as a Dragon. So he said, we're very excited that Parra is now a Dragon. She's an incredible talent and comes to us at a really key time. She's athletic, she works hard, and she's a good person, which is massive for us. Tyra's had a big year and was deserving of her New South Wales under-19 State of Origin jersey. She has a really promising future ahead of her, and I'm glad it'll be in the Red V. And check the socials as well. She's already donning the Red V. So check it out. And yeah, she already in the Red V this afternoon, and we'll make her NRLW debut for us on Sunday afternoon. Are you still there, Coco? Or is she on off air? How much do you think we'll miss Teagan Berry? How it's the first time we'll miss her. How much do you think we will miss her?
Well, with her X factor, I think we will miss her, but I believe in the girls that they will have the opportunity for other players to shine in her footsteps. Like, I know she's the Flash, she's fast, but I think there's other girls, I think, that will make them shine, and they will bring the heat. They'll bring the fire. I believe. That's what I believe.
Another player.
And I rewatched that just then. You know, and she didn't mean it. It was an accident. It was like, how else is she meant to tackle when she's running for a start? I think it's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
That's a song, Chloe, too. Girl on Fire, isn't it? Girl on Fire. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
This girl is on fire. Yes.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking about.
Anyway.
That's Alicia
Yes.
Keys, yep.
Yeah,
Another
that
player
one,
that
yes.
will be missing Big T, Kasey Reh. So she went down with a concussion.
Yeah.
How big a loss do you think Kasey Reh is? She's had a great start to the year as well, forming a great halves combination with Racine McGregor. Out with the HIA, so she's back out for 11 days. How big an out's Kasey Reh?
She's a big out. I think Zali Hopkins can get the job done in number 6. She played number 6 last year, and alongside Racine, so I think they've got a bit of a combination going. So yeah, it'll be a big loss. She's quick, she's fast, but yeah, no, I think Zali Hopkins will get the job done there.
And just on the Ika Party signing, I'm not sure where that's come about because potentially the Bobby Law had the appendix surgery last week. She won't be back until if we make finals, Coco.
Yeah.
Do you? I don't know if that's the reason, but yeah.
Did we have a spot available?
I don't think so. So unless they've taken her out to put her in, I'm not too sure how it works. Because last year when we was Sarah Satia and Margot Vella, we were able to bring 2 new players into the squad, so we had the available players when we brought in Maria Paseka and Jordan Preston.
They're only a 26-person squad, aren't they? 26 women's squad.
24.
24, and they've got to pick 7-8 every week out of that 24. They need to be.
Well, it's like them, they've got to name 22 players.
Yeah, if you've got 24, and you've got 4 players injured, like you can't name 22 if you've got 4 players injured out of 26 or 24. So that's why we one less this week. We've got so many players out.
And,
that's why I have to come in. I'm the sub. I'm going to be the magic. I'll be like, yep, I'm here.
Yeah. Go down to the fence, Coco, and just say, listen, I'm here if you need me.
So Jamie Lee McGregor comes in for her first game of the year as well. She comes onto the bench, and she started the year playing for the Dragons in the lower grades Harvey Norman team, Rob. So she gets her opportunity. Good to see her back in the side.
Oh, definitely, mate. Always good to see that. Obviously when changes are happening, I get the opportunity to come back in. So, looking forward to a strong game and just looking forward to the girls in general. I think if we were playing the Roosters, say, this weekend or the Broncos or whatever, it'd be really tough. But I think this is still a winnable game for us, even though these are out. So, hopefully the players coming back in, the new player that's starting for us, they can add to the magic. Because, again, I say there's something special happening with this girls' team. So I'm excited about it. I'm probably more excited about the girls than the boys at the moment, to be honest with you. So I think we truly will win the game, even with those outs that we've got, which are massive outs, of course. So, halves and fullback especially. So, but yeah.
And Alice Gregory's out, the other new face on the bench, Big T. A winger on the bench. What do you make of that move?
No, she's a speedster. They reckon she's faster than Flash Berry.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I haven't seen it.
We'll see it. Hopefully we'll see it this weekend. When she comes up against...
How would they get her into the game as a winger on the bench? How do you think?
Well, they played Jason Nightingale in the front row back in 2009, so... maybe she'll go in the front row. I don't know. I don't know where she'll play. I don't know.
Against LCL, but good luck.
Yeah. But remember in 2009 when Jason Nightingale played in the front row? Yeah.
It could be some injections, so some runs from dummy half or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Maybe an outside that goes down there, it's already made.
Yeah. So just the pace.
So is she going to space a back, a centre, or a winger? Or did she play at 5'8"? Because Ali Hopkins might need a rest. Alice Gregory.
No, I don't think there's anyone else there that can play in the halves in our squad at this point.
Alice Gregory might be the man.
Woman.
the man, the woman, the person. Come on, she knows what I mean. She knows I love her.
But a competition that just started only 7 years ago, they just started the competition with 7 games a year. Now they've got a Magic Round, Big T. How do you think it's going to pan out?
We talked about that before. 3 games on the Saturday, 3 games on the Sunday. Hopefully, like Troy said, the ground handles. It's going to rain for 4 days before the matches, so it's going to be a very wet and muddy ground at the end of 6 games. And I think we're playing the last game, aren't we?
Yeah, we're 3:45 on Sunday.
We will not be clean. No chance. No chance we will come off in white jerseys. We'll all be dirty.
And this will be the first of 3 years that they'll have an NRLW Magic Round. So the next couple of years, it's going to New South Wales regional cities. So potentially it could be to Wollongong next year. How good would that be, Big T?
Oh, great! Absolutely fantastic for the economy, for the
It's
area.
not confirmed, but they haven't said where that's going to be. But it'd be nice to have it in Wollongong.
Would it?
Coco, are you there? Oh, she's
Cool.
Yes.
All right. So I want to get your perspective on this. So the women's game has grown so much. We've seen the Magic Round for the men. Now to see a Magic Round for the NRLW, what do you think this means for the game? And would you like to see a big crowd up there at Newcastle over the weekend for the 6 games?
Yeah, I think I love how it is evolving with the girls and having a Magic Round. That's really fantastic and amazing. And I do hope there's a big crowd for them. 3 games? It's a shame I can't go because, of course, I'm going with on both days. That's great. I love watching footy, so it's great to see people go up to Newcastle, enjoy the games, support the girls. You know, we play on Sunday. Is that right? We play on Sunday.
Yes. Yep.
So don't forget to bring a jacket, a rain jacket, and just enjoy the game, enjoy the atmosphere. If you be kind, don't forget to just be kind. You know, it's not like the boys. You don't have to be nasty. Be kind to everyone, and just go for your team. Even talk to people and interact. You know, who do you go for? Enjoy that. Like, just enjoy. You don't need to be an egg or an idiot just because you want your ego. Okay, so just be nice and enjoy the atmosphere.
Yep. And how do you think that the women's game has come along? Like 7 years ago, there was only 7 games a year. Now we have 12 teams.
That's great. I think next year, are we getting more? Are we getting more?
Not yet.
More teams?
It'll be the next
No,
broadcast.
not yet. Oh, okay. Well, I think it's great to see that there's more teams because, you know, the Warriors are now Titans, that is Gold
The
Coast.
Bulldogs.
Bulldogs, and it's good to see more, so we can see more of the girls developing and seeing how they play. And sometimes you watch the girls and you just see their X factor or how they're going in the NRL and just the fastness of the game. Like, you just don't realize, like, wow, and just some wow factors. There's some really great players out there, and they should all be proud of themselves to go in and play in that NRLW. It's just amazing. I love it. It's like when I was a kid, I did play AFL, but then I stopped, and it's just great to see in this day and age the girls actually being able to play in a big competition.
Yep, 100%. And it's going to be in the regional New South Wales cities for the next 3 years. So Newcastle gets it this year. It's not confirmed yet, but maybe it comes to Wollongong next year, Coco. Maybe, which would be great for the city.
We need to upgrade. We need, like, the Hill. I think if the Hill had a few more seats or something, or like,
It's too small.
Also we need a new. It's too small. Also, we need another TV on the other side for the Hill because it is very hard sometimes to watch a game, and if it's on that corner or this corner, you can't actually see. So they need an extra hit somewhere. I don't know where, but
Chris Mittens is listening, Coco. We tell him we want an upgrade. We've got to talk to the Premier.
Yeah, like the Panthers get an upgrade. They don't need an upgrade. They're fine. We need like if we're getting the what is it
Center of
the
excellence.
excellence
Center of
down in
excellence.
Woods. Yeah, that one. We need a bit of an upgrade, like just a little one. You know.
I
Yeah,
know.
we need.
I know it's a bit
Yeah.
late, Jess, but did you have a trivia question for tonight?
I was just getting to that very shortly.
But before we get into that, you can find your question. We'll get some of this. Why isn't it coming on?
They're slugging it out in the middle of the field. The Dragons front row has knocked his block off. His block is knocked off?
It's time to look at the one-on-one battles that will decide the game. Will it be the key position players? Will the fight be won out wide? Or will it be one up front? Strap yourself in for Coco's Clashes!
There we go. Did you have any clashes, Coco?
Well, really, yeah. I think well, it's not. Well, yeah. I had a few. I had which is now I have to go to my NRL. Give me a sec. I had one Gallo versus Wicks. Now this is Wicks.
Oh, yeah.
Cole Wicks has been playing very well. The way his power play and when he catches that ball, he can find the hole and just run. The way and Tarpany, I do like Tarpany as well. I think he's a very good like the Raiders. They've just got this X factor at the minute, and also I think. One moment, I've got to go with. Hang on, give me a second. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, we can. Yes.
Yes. Good. Now I'm just going to go to the playlist because I did it like really quick. Where am I doing?
What are we
Wait,
doing?
sorry.
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Where am I doing?
What am I doing? All right. So now, okay. So I think Sully and Tomoko, the centers, they're very good. I think how they play on the is that right? Because it's the NRL saying that they're going to be playing against each other, and then I think Finane versus Sebastian Chris. Now he's another one that we got to be careful of, and also the winger. Just the whole goddamn team, I think.
They're a tough team, I think.
Savage, I think, yeah, like Corey
He's
Allen
against Sloan.
and Xavier Savage. When Xavier Savage and Sebastian Chris, play together, they're dangerous on that edge as well. But also, it's going to be the 6 and 7 as well with Ethan Strange and LKT, but also Kyle Flanagan versus Jamal Fogarty. Now, his kicks at the moment, he can do a long kick, he can do a short kick, he can do a banana kick. Those short kicks, especially when it's the fifth tackle, are very dangerous as well. And he knows how to get there. But also, the forwards. I told you I did my homework. Clemmer and Tarpany as well, those two going head to head. And also Damien Cook and Tom Starling, the nines. And the second
What about
rowers,
Gula against his
Leilua
old
and
club? Okay.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking about that, but he's up against Josh Papali
Yeah.
as well. That's going to be, that's another one. But also I thought about Leilua and Hudson Young. Now that's going to be
He's in very good form, Hudson Young. He didn't play in that last
he
game.
No.
We've just got to
As long
stop
as
their
I
back
can-
line.
Yeah, I think we got to tackle more. It's a shame. Like I'm hoping maybe. Oh no, I'm sorry, Blake Laurie, but if he comes out and Buchanan can come in, maybe we need a fresh legs, maybe a young just to help because their back line is the speed and the size. It's going to be a tough match, but if the Dragons can win a little, like the little inch of our little hope, I'm hoping. I'll be nervous, but I'm positive.
I'll tell you who's a player that who's the silent guy, silent achiever is the Queenslander, Big Red. How good is he, Horsburgh?
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
how good-
Troy Horsburgh.
Queensland State Origin side.
I even done a little rubber kick for himself last week.
Yeah,
I don't know how he's the team, Big T.
He's
I don't
having
know
a
either.
great-
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they
He's
won.
dangerous. He's got mongrel as well too. He's
Are we
really-
talking about Queensland again?
No, we're not.
Oh, okay, sorry. No. Yeah.
Look, you had
Nah,
your moment, okay? Like we have to.
You've had your
think
time in
about
the
New
sun.
South Wales next year.
I have. The
They're
battle of
gonna
the back five is going to be the biggest.
They're just
Yeah.
strong
Battle of the
across
back
the
five.
park, though. They're strong across the park, Canberra. I mean, bloody hell. Right across the park. Very hard to
If
beat.
we're not on, it could be a bloodbath.
Oh, 100%,
Yeah.
mate. We're
Could be.
inconsistent. If we go back to being inconsistent again, we're gone.
If the Cowboys can put nearly 40 on us, can't imagine what the Raiders will do to us.
Oh, well, yeah, 100%. They got,
So have you got your question ready, Jess?
I do. So
That's enough of that.
the whole intro.
It's 45 seconds, Jess. We'll be here all night. What's your question, buddy?
All right. So tonight's question for Jags Trivia. We haven't had a lot of joy
What
against
is
the Raiders. So it's a pretty straight up question tonight. When was the last time we beat the Raiders, and where was it at? What year was the last time we beat the Canberra Raiders? If you can fire away in the comments, we'll keep it going. While you get your finger caps on, we'll keep the ball rolling with the show. Some more re-signing news we've seen in the last day or so, Big T, is this one. Good to see another young player commit to the club.
Is that an ad?
Nope, that's the clip.
I can hardly see it. Yes. There we go. Extended. Is that it?
Just sharing it. That's yep. So yeah, Indie
That's it.
Bostock re-signs till the end of 2027. Big T. How good is it
Nice.
to re-sign a local junior like Indie Bostock? On the
That's-
sidelines at the moment, but
I don't know how she done her injury, but she got a broken knuckle. She might have gone out in the piss the night after the win and just knuckled someone. He got a broken knuckle, so had a plate inserted last week.
nice to see the clubs looking after her and signing her long term.
What's that looking like? Anything there? You know anything about that one?
Looks like it's going to happen, but yeah. On the Indie Bostock signing, what do you think of that long term, Big T? That's a good thing for the club.
Oh, it's great to get the young girls,
Like
get them
junior.
all signing, get them all looking towards the future. Crossy's just got to get them all on board and believe in what he's telling them.
Yep, and they are heading in the right direction, I believe, and Indie Bostock's bought right into that, I think, as well. I'll go into more on that, how it all came about. So it happened yesterday. The Dragons are pleased to announce that Indie Bostock has signed a contract extension with the club, so it will see the teenager remain with the Dragons until at least the end of the 2027 NRLW season. So
Nice.
she is a Shellharbour Stingrays junior, coming through the grades. Twice played for the Australian schoolgirls as well as the New South Wales under-19s. Also a Steelers Premiership winner last year 2 times with the Tarcher Girl Cup and also the Harvey Norman team. And she spent last year as well on the NRLW development contract, and this year made the transition to top 24, making her NRLW debut against the Raiders back in round 1, getting a double, unlocking not to get a hat-trick. And she nearly made 200 metres on debut as well.
Nice.
And Nathan Cross is very excited that Indy will be a Dragon for the foreseeable future. She is another of our crop of local juniors who have been in the system for a few years and had a lot of success. Throughout pre-season, she's worked extremely hard to build her body into an NRLW player and has ticked all the right boxes. She brings great energy, and I've really enjoyed coaching her. Bostock added, I'm really keen to stay at the club. I've grown up playing my footy for the next 2 years, and I believe we're creating something great here.
Nice.
So nice to see a local junior commit to the club, Rob.
Oh, without a doubt, and definitely a splendid player. Would have been devastated to lose her. That's not what we want. So
yeah, obviously her brother's at the Dolphins, but
yeah, I mean, you can see the stock. I mean, Joe, it's Bostock, but the stock of player that she is, her brother. So it's only on the up and up. I mean, a serious player and a very good one. So certainly a very, very welcome signing. So very exciting for the girls.
Yep. You want to say on that one, Coco? Indie Bostock signs till the end of 2027.
That's great to hear. We need to keep our players
Local
and it's
junior.
lovely. Local junior. So it's good. Like I think, I know it's St George Illawarra Dragons, and I think keeping like the Illawarra juniors and the St George juniors, it's beautiful because that's what makes our team. Like, it's lovely here. Like, if one of the St George juniors girls came in and how they had their journey. It's about their journey, and it's like the boys as well. It's everyone has their own journey, and it's like our journey. You and I were from the Steelers, and Big T and Rob's from St George, and it's beautiful how we can tell our journeys. And I love hearing Big T's and Rob's St George journey. I love it. It just makes us as a team,
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
We'll get into some lower grades news now. It looks like no one has got the trivia question correct, so I'll put everyone out. So it was 2022.
Wow.
At Wollongong.
Oh.
We won
That's
12-10.
We beat them all.
Jack Whiten did
bloody
the
close
short
game.
pop out, and Junior Ramone scored right next to the posts, if you can remember that game.
It's a little while between drinks, isn't it? Wow,
You remember that game, Rob?
I remember the game, but it wasn't there. But I remember the game. Yeah, now you
We
can
won
say
12-10.
Yeah.
Lower grades, we'll get into that one. New South Wales Cup, so they'll be playing 3-10 on Saturday. That'll be before the first grade game. Rob, can you take us through the New South Wales Cup team?
Absolutely. Okay, so New South Wales Cup. We got Kay Ramsey, captain at fullback. Jesse Williams, obviously the inside centre there to be advised. Hayden Buchanan at outside centre. The wing, one spot there to be advised. Jonah Glover at 5'8", Lachlan Elliott at halfback, Big Loco in prop. We got Connor Mulhausen, hooker. Jet, is it Liu? Yep. In the second row. And then again, Jesse, another second rower to be advised. And Raymond Fatala Mariner. And we got Jacob Webster locking the scrum. Interchange, Harley Finau, is that right?
Yep,
14.
Siani's brother.
Yep. Oh, Siani's brother. I didn't even know that. 16 Viliami for Fita. 17 Matthew. Oh, you got to help me with that one. Al Hazim. Is that right?
Yep. Well done.
And 19 and Ben Murdoch Masilla. And the coach, Willie Talau. And nice Willie Talau too. He's done a great job with the cup team as well too. So obviously former player, but good on him. Probably never even gets a mention, but yeah, they've won some games this year, so well done to Willie.
Yep. That'd be 3:10. That's before the first grade game on Saturday. So if you can get there nice and early to support our
against the Waz
team against the competition leading Waz. Yes, that's right, Big T.
5 points clear. What
right.
good.
And also on Saturday, our Jersey flag team will be in action, but not at Wynn Stadium, Big T. They'll be just down the road. Tell us where they're playing and what time on Saturday.
Versus the Warriors at Collies Sports Complex, Fig Tree. Tyler Peckham Harris is at the back. Lyric Craft T Moanai and Safidi Junior Safidi on the wings. To be honest, to be advised plays a good game. And Eden Hodges in the Shady Hammoud and future Dragon, I hope, future Dragon halfback, Cade Reed. I know Scoop loves him. So
And Donnie loves
Campbell
him.
Ruby, Donnie loves him. Isaiah Fagalilio, Leroy Retherall, Viliami Amone, Jared Tweek, Brave Plekas locks the scrum. Galen Helen Jetson, is it?
Holjartson.
Toby Miller, Lachlan Weir, Corey Ackers on the bench, one of Billy's friends. And Billy says he apologises for not being here tonight because he had to go and visit his nana in the nursing home. So good on you, Bill. And Shane Millard is the coach. We've seen Shane Millard on Sunday night talking about Jamie's
Debut
in the NRLW.
Yep. And the last of our lower grade teams, they're going head to head this week, Big T. So in the Harvey Norman Women's Premiership, the Steelers versus the Dragons.
Ooh.
So
you can run us through the Dragons team, Jess.
Actually, I'll do that. And Coco, you're the Steelers girl. You can run through the Steelers. So I'll go with the Dragons first. So at fullback, we've been trying to get her on the show for quite some time. Big T, Sky and Antinoli at the back. On the wings, Alofa Schuster and Dana Stevens. The centers, Mania Harris Wilson and Tyler E. Mayer. The halves, Shay Shipton and Indiana Killick. Up front, it's Brooke Toanei and Brianna Wood is the captain. Brianka Kutrupi is the hooker. The back row is Abby Krasanik, Amal Dandon, and locking the scrum is Charmaine Brearley. On the bench is Tanisha Varkai, Dahlia Naban, Grace Hamilton, and Dine O'Reilly. 18th player is Laura Kame, and the coach is Renee Target. Coco, the Steelers, they're undefeated on top of the competition ladder. Take us through how the Steelers will line up. Can you see that? Coco? You right, Coco?
I cannot see anything. My internet is playing up. Like I can't even see Big T. It's like I can't even see anything.
It's not
like
on the screen.
Yeah, I don't even know. I can't
All
see
right.
anything. I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm
Big T. Okay. She can't see that one then, she said. So can you take us through the Steelers lineup?
Thanks, mate.
I'm very sorry.
Talia Hadcock at the back, Kira Kostovsky, and Brittany Constable, Jessica Patea, Maria Paseka, Georgia Bartlett at 5'8", Maddie Studden in the halves, Shayba Howson, Tori Shippard, and Tiana West in the front row, Mackenzie Leah, Billy Va'ar, and Sophie Curtin locks the scrum. Tanisha Vayaki, Daniela, wrong side. Tahani Kafusi, Olivia McElhone, Leah Reese-Toker, Sky Spencer, Charlotte Nicholson on the bench, and Jamie Cezabanki, isn't it?
Cezabanik,
there you go. Cezabanik.
How you pronounce?
Yes.
So what a game that'll be. It's an inter-club game, Coco. The Steelers versus the Dragons, Coco. Can the Steelers remain undefeated? You're on mute.
Oh no, I hope they can. Yes, undefeated. That's great. That's great news.
So they'll be playing 7 p.m. on Monday night at the New South Wales Centre of Excellence.
Where's that, Jess? Home
7 p.m.
Just next to the core stadium there.
Yeah, I know, but like 7 p.m. on like if it's one of those matches, they should put it on like a good time, like on a Friday afternoon or something. It's very hard.
The Dragons, though, still looking for their first win of the year under Coach Renee Target, her first year as a coach at this level. We said that one day she'd make a coach, but it is a hard.
It would be because they're the second team in the combination here.
But hopefully, the Steeler girls can go for the win.
Make it 5 from 5, Coco. How good would that be?
Oh, 5 from 5. Good on them. See, go girls.
That will be if we win this weekend. We'll be 5 from 5.
Yeah, good on them.
Renee Target, former player. Renee was a former player, wasn't she? Yeah.
Yes, she played for the Dragons. Yep, we had her on the VOD a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I think I remember now.
All right. News and rumours. So the news and rumours. You're watching the Mad Dragons Vodcast, sponsored by Complete Warehouse Solutions. Go see Jeff and the team at 6 Commerce Drive, Lake Illawarra. Give them a call on 4257-1930 or 0417-223-409. The first news and rumour that's come through. So Daniel Anderson has officially started as the head of recruitment and retention of Pathway. Yesterday he signed on. And it's good to see him getting started already. And he's already got the broom out to make his impact now. I did come across this today. He's looking at already moving on some players.
Whoa!
So I'll bring that one up. So he's really getting stuck into it, and he's really committed to what he wants to do at the Dragons. So here's what he's done first of all. Okay, hang on, just bear with me while I get it up. Okay, where did I see it? Yes, so big changes coming at the Dragons, with all these players being pushed out or retire or put into early retirement under new recruitment Daniel Anderson. So all under the knife, these players. Okay, we have Blake Laurie, Damien Cook, Emre Gula, Hame Sele, Jonah Glover, Lachlan Ilias, Luciano Leilua, Matt Fine, Michael Molo, Michaeli Ravalawa, Nathan Lawson, Raymond Fatala Mariner, Tyrell Sloan, Viliami Fafita, and David Clemmer, all facing the shopping block. Big Bob.
It's a big shopping list, isn't it? So yeah, I mean, I guess
not looking around Daniel Anderson.
I guess they call it a clean out, don't they? I mean, that's what it sounds like to me. Obviously, there's some players in there that are, probably past their best footy, older as well too. Would be probably possibly in their last contracts anyway. And then I guess there's probably some players there who maybe they just don't see they're going to offer what they want for us in the future. So they obviously have some belief in some of our younger players coming through, and they're targeting. Let's hope they're going to go shopping and get some good new recruits in. Because also they've got these 2 new teams going to start up eventually too, right? Papua New Guinea and Perth. So that's 60 players. Is that right? But 30 player squad. So
yeah.
The Bears start assembling their squad in November, so
it's going to be lean on pickings to get some of the better players. So we better get in there, doing our shopping pretty quick.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly right.
Tim Watford actually had this to say. So he's been around Daniel Anderson. He won the 2006 and 2007 Challenge Cups titles with St Helens.
Yes. Did he fill a vacant role at the Dragons, Daniel Anderson?
I don't think he did. I think
so. There was somebody there before.
Oh, there was Shane Millard, but now he's taken on that coaching role. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So I don't know if he had that role how long ago he had that, because he's been Jersey Fleet coach for a couple of years now. Shane Millard.
I didn't think he had one.
So yeah, Daniel Anderson. He's reached 3 successive Super League grand finals. Won the premiership with St Helens in 2006. And also won the 2007 World Club Challenge against the Broncos. He's also taken the Warriors and the Eels to grand finals in the NRL as a coach. He's been at the Roosters for the last 6 years as their head of recruitment. And Tim Watford had this to say. So we are excited to welcome Daniel to the Dragons. We undertook an extensive search that crossed the game, brought us broader sporting industry and varying stakeholders. Daniel was a standout with regard to credentials, cultural fit, and an eye to support the coaching team and wider football department in delivering success through talent and identification. Recruitment and pathways for the Dragons is a broad, wide-reaching and integral role. With 2 new teams entering the competition and the premiership never being closer, it's important to secure key football appointments now that generate momentum as we build a robust future. Daniel possesses the knowledge, skill set, and temperament to implement a long-lasting systems to develop, identify, and recruit talent to succeed at the top level. So, welcome aboard to Daniel Anderson, Big T.
Yeah, welcome aboard, mate. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Became a quadriplegic back in
a couple of years ago.
the late teens, and he's gone from level to level after that. So yeah, that's another thing we've got to watch out for too. They're starting it's actually a rugby league a rugby union competition, and they're poaching players from everywhere.
Yeah, Pappenhausen.
It's called Rugby 360.
360,
Yeah.
There's Victoria.
Yeah.
But the Saudis want everything.
Big money.
Another
Big
one.
money.
A chairman, Andrew Lancaster, has been he'll remain chairman for the next 3 years as well. Rob.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's I guess it's a good thing, mate. I suppose this stage we are building. Is there any point in changing the chairman? And the board's probably obviously set in stone. The Illawarra and the St George. There was just one other thing on Daniel Anderson. I heard very, very good reports that he's very good with the player managers. So he has a very good relationship and contacts right across the board. So all the player managers apparently get on with him very well, which is great when you're negotiating, you know what I mean? So, sometimes you have those player managers, like you see Gus Gould or you see whatever, doesn't want to talk to Isaac Moses or whatever, or these sort of relationships but apparently Daniel Anderson is one of the best. So, but yeah, Lancaster, I'd say, well, I don't know, man. I'm not really good with that stuff, but if it's not broken, don't change it, I suppose.
And another one that's come through today. So with Daniel Anderson coming, there was a bit of there's been a bit of a story that he might bring Sandon Smith with him. We've seen. He's still young in his career, Sandon Smith.
22.
Yeah, 22, 23, I think he is.
Yeah.
Obviously, Daniel Anderson was key in bringing him through that Roosters system. We're looking for a half. Would he be an ideal fit for us, Big T? What do you think of Sanders?
I mentioned that.
We
I mentioned that on Sunday.
On Anzac Day against.
Yeah, I mentioned that on Sunday that he would be a good fit for our side. He knows how to lead the team around. He's done well for the Roosters, leading them around. So why not? Him and Atkinson. Atkinson's a 5'8" anyway, so him and Atkinson maybe next year.
And I think the big thing about him is he's a genuine halfback. He's a out-and-out halfback. You know what I mean? He's not a guy we're trying to get to try and make him play halfback that's a 5'8" really or whatever. He's an out-and-out halfback. He's a general. You can run a team around, and you wouldn't be given the responsibility to run the Roosters around if you don't know what you're doing. There's no way. Not with that club the way they are.
All right.
I don't know who Ian Johnson's talking about here, but
Tuivasa-Sheck and Toto.
Tuivasa-Sheck. Oh, there you go. Okay.
Another one. Chevy Stewart's been linked to the Dragons. Young Raiders fullback. What do you like about that, Big T? Do you obviously stuck behind KO Weeks at the Raiders. Would you like to see him in the Red V?
I haven't seen much of him, but they reckon he goes well, so it'd be good to see him there. A backup for Gutho, he'll still be there next year, I'd say, Gutho. So he'll get the start next year. But if we get him over, yeah, he might be good for the club.
Yep. Now the one that I don't know if you watch 100% footy, but last night Cameron Smith was asked about being a potential assistant for new Kangaroos coach Kevin Walters. Rob, what's your take on that? He hasn't got an assistant yet, but that's up to Peter V'landys. Cameron Smith has done pretty much everything in the game. How do you think he'd go as an assistant to Kevin Walters?
I think he'd be fantastic. One of the very knowledgeable guys of the game. Understands it, reads it. Look at the amount of games he's played. The coach he's been under, Bellamy at Melbourne. So I'm certain he understands systems, structures, and yeah, just a guy. I don't see it being any whatsoever a worry to select him as an assistant. I think he'd make a good one. And as Big T will tell you, he's a Queenslander.
They both are.
You think Smith would be it'd be good experience for him to learn from Kevin Walters as an assistant?
Like I've said time and time before, those guys are just there to motivate and pump the players up.
When it's the Australian team, 100%.
That's
They can
right.
almost train
They
themselves.
just got to pump them up. That's all they have to do because the boys know what they're doing. Because
They
most
can tell
clubs,
what it's like to play in these against England on.
that's
on a
exactly
tour.
right. But yeah, mentor the players coming through. Yeah, he's been through it before. He knows what it's all about. So,
Well,
yeah,
Bellamy
they've got to-
actually said he's one of the players that could actually be captain coach. Not that they do that anymore, but back in the day, you remember Wally Lewis, guys like that.
Yeah.
He's that good. Cameron Smith, he could be captain coach. So,
Okay. And one more news and rumour I have come across as well. What's it got? Oh yeah, Chad Townsend announced his retirement today. If you had to say a few words about Chad Townsend's career, what would you say, Big T?
great player. I think he won a couple of premierships, didn't he? One or two.
One premiership with the Sharks.
One premiership at the Sharks under Flanagan. But yeah, no, he's a great player. Good on you, mate. I thought you were going to come to the Dragons a couple of years ago, but they never eventuated. And yeah, congratulations on your career.
Yep. All right. The eligibility rules. It's coming across again. What do we got to do to stop it? What do we think about it? Hamaso, Payne Haas, Tino Fa'asuamaleaui, all threatening to go play for Samoa. What's your take on if you want to play Origin? Should you play for Australia, Coco?
Well, look, back in the day, it was about where you were born and where your first NRL club, like NRL child club, whatever it was. Now that was the rules, and I think that's great. But because there is other countries now, and people, and you know what, if they want to play for another country, which is their parents' country or their culture, of course, I think that's great. But then I remember, I think it was, correct me, was it James Tupu? He was from the Cowboys. I remember he was going to play for Australia, or he was New Zealand, and he chose Australia to play Origin.
Yeah, that's James Tamo, yeah.
Yeah, and that was a big fuss. But you can't say, like it's like you see, like, no offense, Big T, don't hate me right now, but like like some of them go, oh yeah, we're born in Queensland, but really some were like in like some other country, like New Zealand, or I think Jaden Silver wasn't even born. He was somewhere too. Like, and he plays for Queensland as well. Like, so I think
New South Wales have got them too, Coco.
It's good for the good. Oh no, we don't.
Peter Sterling was born in Toowoomba, one of the New South Wales greats.
And he was born in Cootamundra.
School at the age of 13. So school in New South Wales or Queensland.
Do you think they've got to grow the international game, or do they still want Australia to be competitive? Do we want the other Pacific?
Well,
because we've seen the
look at that
Pacific
game
nations
in the
get
Vegas
better and
this
better.
year. Remember that? Yeah.
That's right. Let's look. Ian Johnson just said right there. It's so unfair to players who want to play State of Origin and play for Australia.
I agree with that.
You can't have Luai, Toto, Crichton, all those players, Hammer, all those players going, I want the $50,000 or $40,000 from State of Origin, but I want to play for Tonga.
Yeah.
No.
You're blocking someone playing that want to play for Australia.
Exactly right. He's blocking an Australian kid, a kid that wants to play for Australia.
Yeah.
So,
and that's
I think it is
of rugby league. People think the State of Origin is the pinnacle of rugby league. Playing for your country is the pinnacle.
That's exactly right. State of Origin is the greatest game of all.
Nothing better than
the pinnacle. The pinnacle is to play for Australia. Or England or New Zealand.
Yeah.
But if you want to play for England or New Zealand, you can't play State of Origin.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they're trying to change that too. Like to allow Victor Radley, who's already played for England, to still play for New South Wales.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway.
He couldn't make the Australian side. How's he going to make the New South Wales side?
Anyway, we'll get on to our tips. Round 22 coming up. It kicks off on Thursday night.
Like Wednesday, tomorrow, or
right.
Thursday. This is too early for me.
Eels take on the Storm Thursday night at CommBank. The Eels
Storm.
are unchanged from their upset win over the Broncos. The Storm
Storm.
do welcome back Ryan Pappenhausen and Cameron Munster, but have lost Jerome Hughes to a dislocated shoulder, so he's not back until finals. Trent Liera is also out of the squad. I'm not sure if he's being rested or he's picked up an injury. You start us off with this one, Rob. Do the Storm keep the climb up, even without Jerome Hughes? So Wishart will get the start at halfback as well.
Yeah, look, I think with those inclusions of Pappenhausen and Munster, especially Munster, mate, that State of Origin series from him was exceptional. Irrespective of how sad it was, his dad passing away, I just thought he was absolutely brilliant. If he carries any little bit of form into this game like he did in that Origin series, obviously the last game, I think Parra have improved, and I like what Jason Rolls is doing. I think the Storm will just be too strong, mate. I think there's a difference with the top teams, the real top teams, you know what I mean, as opposed to some of the other lower teams. So I think the Storm will just be too good. But I don't think it'll be a thrashing.
Mitchell Moses, he made an instant impact upon his return, Big T.
He did. And I've said time and time again that he's the best player in the NRL. Yeah, but this tells me we should be going for Jonah Peasant, because if Wishart's ahead of him, we go and grab him out of Melbourne. But I think Melbourne will be too strong in this game, though.
The early game on Friday will be over in New Zealand, where the Warriors will take on the Dolphins. Warriors, they've lost James Fisher-Harris. They've lost Wade Egan. Chanel Harris-Tavita's out, so Tamare Martin will start at 5'8". Dimitri Barmunga and Samuel Healy come into the front row. Tane Tuapiki and Freddie Lussick come onto the bench for the Wars. The Dolphins, they do welcome back Cody and Karima. That's a huge in as they push to play their first ever finals match, qualify for the finals for the first time. They do also welcome back Felice Kafusi, which pushes back Orblex Torha to the bench, as well as Mark Nichols. The Warriors are on a slide of a bit lately, Coco.
They are.
Yes. But I do like the Warriors over there. I don't do my tips till Thursday.
You'll beat the Tigers, didn't they? The Tigers, man.
Just pick one, Coco. Doesn't matter if you take them or not.
Well, the Wars are going on the slide, but then the Dolphins look like I'll say Dolphins for now.
Big T. Yep. The Warriors.
Dolphins are good.
Warriors top 4 spots under threat. The Panthers are coming hard.
I reckon
hard.
Dolphins will knock them out. I think, with those players that you just said that are back, Nicarima is a very big inclusion with Qatar. They're very good in the halves.
That's right. I think the Wars can get it done in NZ.
Okay, you think the Wars stay in the top 4 for another week at least?
At least.
All right. Friday night up at Suncorp will be the 8 o'clock game. The Broncos. It's a huge game for them if they're not home to play finals footy yet. There's still a few rounds to go, but Michael Maguire has rung in the changes. Selwyn Cobbo gets a recall, and also which sees Josiah Karapani dropped. Jesse Arthur's also dropped, so he's not mucking around here. Michael Maguire for the Rabbitohs. Jack Whiten's been named at 5'8", but now that he's suspended, you'd expect Lewis Dodd will come into the halves. Ryan Gray will start at hooker. Jai Arrow starts in the front row with Tavita Toll out with a dislocated shoulder. And Thomas Fletcher is the new face on the bench for the Rabbitohs. If the Broncos really want to, I don't think the Broncos can make an impact in this final series. If they do make it, how do you see them, Rob? That was a disappointing loss to the Eels the other night. They couldn't beat a subpar Eels team. That's a worry.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, to give credit to the Eels, I thought the Eels were very good as well. But, the Broncos, they're either on or they're not. They're either hot or they're not, hot and cold. But, if I thought we had so many injuries at the Dragons, look how many the Bunnies have got. So, there's a difference between playing first-grade team and a reserve-grade team, right? The Broncos have got no excuses. They really should be winning by 20+, in all honesty.
I think so.
Do you agree with that? Do you think the Broncos have to really make a response if they want to
Well,
do something.
Rabbitohs have been whacked by the injury stick worse than us, like Rob said. So
But they did
Up at
put a
Sun-
brave effort in the other night against the
up
Sharks.
at Suncorp, well, it's the Sharks. Don't worry about them; they're gone. They always slide this time of year, the Sharks. But yeah, Broncos up at Suncorp.
The early game on Saturday will be on the Gold Coast. It's a big ask. The Panthers going for 8 in a row, I think it is. They're playing the Titans. The Titans.
Off the bottom.
They do welcome back Sam Verrills, who welcomed a lovely child last week, so that's why he was not playing. Jacob Alekwenke will start in the back row. Tom Weaver is on the bench. For the Panthers, they are unchanged from their huge win over the Tigers the other night. Do the Panthers go 8 in a row here, Coco? They're humming, the Panthers.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think they can win. They've been like good from coming. Like I loved how everyone was so nervous about them being last, and now look at them now. Like, you know, they've won four premierships in a row. It is okay for someone to not be the best all the time, and that's what I mean. Like, you know, for next year, I know it's still 2025, but for next year, I hope at the bottom, I know we're on the bottom, but the bottom teams are better than the top teams next year. So everyone has a chance to feel that thrill of being in that top 8, you know, instead of like, you know, for us, it's like a roller coaster. So I want to feel that thrill every week. Yes, oh my goodness, and that nervousness when it comes to semi-finals. It's like, oh my goodness, who will we win? Who will win? Like, you know, it's a bit fun.
Yeah, I'd have to say Penrith will be too good in this one for the Titans. Do you agree with that one?
Yeah.
Yes, I think, yeah, they're just too good at the moment.
Yeah, they're on a roll, Penrith. And if you listen to Cleary, I like what he said. He said that it took him time. They had some players, you know, that starting out at the club, they had to gel, click, and eventually, it's happening for them, isn't it? So
yeah,
way too strong, I think.
All right, keep the ball rolling. Actually, you want to say on that, Big T, quickly?
Panthers.
All right. 7:35 Saturday night will be at Four Pines Park. This is pretty much a final. You could look at it as a finals eliminator for these two sides. Manly absolutely walloped 42-4 by the Bulldogs last weekend, and made it worse. Hamali Olakawatu has re-dislocated his shoulder, meaning his season's over. So Corey Waddell will start on the edge. Jake Simpkin returns from concussion protocols. Tommy Talau's a new face on the bench for Manly. So for the Roosters, they've run in the changes as well. So Hugo Savala will start, seen as fifth out of the team. Egan Butcher will start at lock. And they do welcome back. Actually, Braniah Owelu is the new face on the bench. Zach Docker-Clay's dropped to the extended bench. It's do or die for both these sides now if they want to play finals footy. Rob.
Oh yeah, man. I just can't believe Manly. You know how poor they were against the Dogs. I mean, so I don't get. I'm at a loss there. So it's almost like a toss of the coin. Manly versus Roosters. What are you going to get? Well, it's like us when we were inconsistent. Remember when we were inconsistent for one half? So I really don't know what to make out of it. You know, I hate both teams with a passion. So if they all killed themselves and fell over, I'd be happy. But mate, I got no idea, mate. To be honest with you, I'll just say Roosters. I don't know, only because Manly got absolutely belted. So yeah, Roosters.
Big T, what do you think?
Yeah, I can't see Manly doing anything here.
You think they're gone? You think their final chances are gone?
Yeah, I think they're gone. Olakawatu's a big loss.
Yep.
And Roosters just keep winning. I don't understand it.
They couldn't. They went down to the Melbourne Storm the other night when they lost Jerome Hughes, but
close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tigers and Bulldogs.
It's the Galvin Cup, the Lachlan Galvin Cup. Coco, give us your tip for that one. Do the Bulldogs keep marching? They were so good against Manly on Sunday.
They were, I think, Bulldogs. I think, and Luai's there, so yeah, I think Bulldogs. I'm going for Bulldogs.
Yep, but they have lost
Bulldogs
out with a stomach injury, so he's out till finals at least.
Yeah, Perez, fullback.
Perez being named at fullback. Jeffro Renakama comes onto the wing. Tigers, though, they have got a big injury in Buller's back, which pushes Sunia Taruva to the wing and Isaac Tui Tupu out of the side.
Did you see Jerome Buller in the Bulldogs? The Bulldogs
was incredible, wasn't it?
The Bulldogs crowd the other week.
With the Bulldogs.
Watch that space.
That's pretty ordinary stuff, isn't it?
Well, there's talk he wants out. Oh, Royce
I know.
also
That's what I'm saying.
Tiger.
That's what I'm saying.
I think the Bulldogs are warming up for finals, and they'll win this and win well.
Yeah. Ian Johnson hopes it's the draw.
The final game of the round. This game could be anything. This one. It's the Sharks versus the Cowboys at Shark Park on Sunday afternoon. The Sharks do welcome back Britt Nicker from concussion protocols, which sees Donny's boy Billy Burns go back to the bench. The Cowboys, they do welcome back Jake Clifford. That's the only change. Actually, Marley Bittengame. He'll make his debut off the bench for the Cowboys. That's the only two changes they've made from their win over us the other night, last Friday night. I think the Sharks win this one and win this one well at home.
Yeah,
but
I think Sharks too.
Yep.
I feel sorry for the Cowboys. If we put 32 on them last week, what are the Sharks going to put on them?
Well, I wouldn't be impressed with the Sharks' performance against Souths.
Oh, I still think they got one of the strongest backlines in the competition. But
I think if you look at that game, right, Trindle had an absolute shocker. If I'm complaining about our halves, if you watch that game closely, he made a lot of mistakes. Forward passes, he dropped the ball 2 or 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
It was like that Tommy Turbo when Manly played us at Wollongong. Remember Turbo had 8 mistakes or whatever.
Yep.
So I think we'll see a different Sharks team. I think Big T, you're right, Jesse. I think
they bounced back at Sharks.
Finals. And I think Cowboys' defence was terrible. Terrible. I was worried about our defence, but the Cowboys' defence was abysmal. So I think Sharks might turn it on.
You think your favourite ground too, Rob? Playing at
Canberra Park, yep. I reckon it'll be minimum 20 plus. Maybe you can get 25, 30 they'll win by.
All right. I think the
Sharks.
Now I'll get into my NRLW tips. We'll keep it nice and short because we're running for time.
Just do the Dragons, girls, mate.
I'll give my tips on the. So we'll do the Dragons tips. I'll just run through the my tips for the games. The Titans play the Bulldogs to open the game, open the round. Titans are back on a roll. They're back. They've won back-to-back games. The Bulldogs have fluctuated a little bit. I think the Titans will get the job done here. Tigers and Roosters. Tigers improving every week. They're competitive. They stretched the Sharks the whole way last weekend. But the Roosters are on top of the reason. They're going to take some stopping to win this premiership this year. And they do welcome back Tarrant Aiken, who makes them even better. Roosters by plenty. Broncos and Sharks could potentially be the game of the round. They've made a couple of changes from their win over the Dragons. I think the Broncos will just get the chocolates against the Sharks. Sunday, the Cows will play the Wars. The Cows have been the surprise packets. The Wars just still learning their combinations, so it may take them some time. I think the Cowboys will be too strong there. The Knights, well, they're humming as well. They've won 3 on the bounce in front of their home crowd. The way the Raiders are going, it's going to be a long afternoon for them. I think the Knights will be far too strong. Now it's time for the Dragons games, and we'll start with you, Coco. The girls and the blokes. Start with the men first of all.
Oh God. Well, I'm going with my head to my heart. So I think the Dragons will win. If the footy gods are on our side. I don't know. I just go with LKT first try scorer, and I'm hoping maybe Gutho anytime. I don't know. And I think we win by 2.
All right, I'll go. I'm going to go with What about the girls, Coco? Can the girls get it done in Magic Round in Newcastle against
Definitely,
Parramatta?
I think so. I think I'll girls by 4, and Hannah Southwell anytime, and I don't know. Give me someone for a first try. I don't know.
I'll go Vella.
McGregor. Yeah, Vella. I'll go Vella. Vella first try scorer.
All right, I'll go the Dragon. I think in the men's game, I think the Raiders will be too strong. Raiders by 12. I think if we get a try, I think Matt Feeney maybe score at any time. He was quite good in his return game last week. But the Raiders will be too strong. They've got one eye on finals football, and that minor premiership, they've got bigger games to come. I think they'll be too strong. They've got way too much to play for. As for the NRLW, it's going to be a different way to play with all these players out. So as we said, Teagan Berry, Kasey Reh, Indie Bostock, huge outs, as well as Bobby Law. But I think it's going to come down to the kicking game of Racing. We're going to go up against our old number 7, Rachel Pearson. I think we can win in a tight one by 4, and I'm going to go with Margot Vella to be an anytime high scorer, and Racine will lead us to victory. Rob?
Girls, definitely a big challenge. Massive outs with our half and our star fullback. But I think we can get the job done. If we're playing Roosters or Broncos, I think it would have been a different story. Boys, I think we get flogged, unfortunately. I reckon by 20 plus. I think our race is over. I think it's been depressing for the team to lose these close games, and we're just so low on numbers and stocks. And now we're playing teams and they're just stacked all over the field. So I think it's even a different team, a different situation when we played Canberra only just recently. So unfortunately, head saying we're going to be in for a bad day. We're just way too low on stock. So it's like first grade playing reserve grade.
Big T, you're the optimistic one on the panel, the positive one. Give us
always
on the 2 games for the Dragons this weekend.
Always. The Dragons girls are going to win by 4. It's going to be a 26-22 type game. Eka Paddy will get a try on debut. As you said, Margot Vella, she can score. She can score tries. And Dragons by 4. For the men, Kay Flanagan Little will score tries. I'm sure Kyle Flanagan's due for a try. He's got that step. He can get through. And Dragons by 6.
All right. Thank you for that, Big T. Well, that wraps up our show for tonight. Thank you all for watching. You've been watching the Mad Dragons Vodcast, sponsored by Complete Warehouse Solutions. So go and see Jeff and the team today at 6 Commerce Drive in Lake Illawarra if you need any help with your warehousing needs. So as we do always, as we say at the end of every show, say it with me, team.
Come on, Dragons fans!
Fire up!
Fire up!
Fire up!
Coco is at Pell's heart, she wears it on her sleeve. As Mustard tells tales of dragons wins and tuna victory. Tony and the MD crew will do their very best. Getting off topic and I digress with a red V on our chest. The Mad Dragons Vodcast is a sheet of camaraderie. Navigating rants down rabbit holes in the land of big wet feet. And so our paddlers speak the tales and our friendship is our dream. The Mad Dragons Vodcast.